Okay, here we go. Welcome to the first watch list for the year 2023. Yes, so I have done this for the past couple years, and I always start my watch list for the year in the month of February. And I go from February all the way to November, giving December and January a break. Sometimes in the year I will take a break, a month here, a month there. But usually every month I try to pick 3 shows from a bag right here. And it has tons and tons of prompts in it of different TV shows I need to try to watch to fill those prompts. So this is not an original idea by any means. I got this idea from BookTube. Actually, I'm a huge BookTube watcher, and a lot of them have TBR games, some of them pick out of jars, choosing what books they're going to try to read for that month. So I took that idea and kind of made it for TV. So I made up some prompts, and I'll pick them out every month and try to watch a TV show that fills those certain prompts. So February is kind of like a fresh start, new start, and I kind of change up maybe some of the rules, change up some of the prompts. So I'm going to list out all the prompts that I have for this year for the watch list, and I'll let you know which ones I've taken out, and I'll let you know which ones I'm adding in. And that's going to be what we're doing for this year. So the prompts that I have that are the same as last year are my pick, watch a cartoon, watch a popular or hyped up show. So this is a show that just everyone has been talking about that I just haven't watched yet. Watch a scary or mystery show. Watch a show recommended or picked by a friend. Watch a show based on a letter. So I will randomly generate a letter. I think I can just go on Google and do that. And then whatever that letter is, the show has to begin. The name of the show has to begin that letter. So the does not count. Watch a show on my Netflix list. Watch a show from Hulu. Watch a younger/children's show. Watch a show based on a book or books. Watch a comedy. Watch an action show. Watch a show with 1 season or a limited series. Watch an anime. Watch a show on a free streaming service. Watch a show with 5 or more seasons. Watch a show that came out this year. Watch a show recommended by Netflix. Watch a show in a different language. Rewatch a show you have seen. Watch a show I started and need to catch up on. Watch a show that premiered 10 years ago. And then last year I added swap. So for swaps, and there's 2 of those in this bag. So if I pick swap, the next prompt after that, I can choose a show, which I will tell you guys. And then throughout the month, if I'm not feeling that show, I can pick another one, so swap it out. But it still has to fill the prompt, but I am able to swap for that show. I picked it, but I never really used it last year, so maybe we'll see how this year goes and see if I'll leave that in there. So the ones that I'm removing for this year is watch a show from HBO Max, which I will get into that later, but I tried a streaming service for a year, and last year was HBO Max, so I'm not going to be, I tried that out last year, I decided not to continue with it, so I removed that from here. My next one, I'm like removing/changing, I guess. So it was watch a show with diverse cast. So I kind of want to change the wording on that because I felt like when I picked it, I wasn't doing what I initially planned to do with it. So I changed it to say watch a show with a POC cast. So the majority of the cast are people of color, or the entire, at least main cast, are people of color. Okay, so I'm adding for this year watch a show on Paramount Plus, because that is the streaming service that I'm going to be trying out for this year. So I'm kind of excited and kind of see what they offer and what they have. Another one is Number. So this one's new, and this is to help me watch everything from my watch list last year that I never watched. So I'm going to number everything that I did not watch last year, my watch list, which you can also go check out that blog post that I did for Vlogmas of all the shows I did not watch last year. So all the shows that were on my watch list I didn't watch, I'm going to number them. Then when I pick this, I will randomly generate a number, and whatever that lands, whatever number it is, that is the show I need to add on my watch list. And then the next one is a number with a 1-word title. So yeah, those are all the prompts for this year. I am excited to get started. I feel like January is like my easing in month, and I feel like now that I'm starting my watch list, I can finally get started and watch some new TV shows. So I'm really excited. The rules for for this, similar to what were last year. I picked 3 shows for the month. I can only start watching the shows when that month begins. So sometimes I'll like pick the shows at the end of the previous month just so I can get the video up, but I can't start watching the shows until the actual month I'm supposed to watch them in. I also like to give myself 2 months for shows that are 5 or more seasons. Honestly, I don't know if I'm keeping that rule this year. I'm going to try to stick to it this year, but I might just see how that is next year, because I feel like any show that is 5 or more seasons, I just take longer to watch. Usually on a good day, 2 months is fine, but we'll see if I decide to keep that rule for next year, because technically I'm supposed to be watching the shows I pick for the month, and then 5 seasons I get 2 months. But if y'all saw how many shows I did not watch last year, it was a lot, so we might need to make some adjustments. Another thing is the shows that I pick out for the month of February, I put in this tin little container, and then I put them away so that I do not choose them for the month of March. So the prompts I pick for this month will not be from next month, and that's how it is moving throughout the year. Like, I never choose the same prompts 2 months in a row, because I make sure I put them away so that I have a chance to get other things, just because I only do 3 shows every month that I try to watch, and sometimes I skip months, so I just want to give a chance to have more variety. The only thing that can go back to back are swaps. So if I choose a swap this month, I can choose a swap the next month. The only thing is I can't have 2 swaps in 1 month. So there are 2 in there, but I can't pick 2 within the same month. I can only do 1 per month, but I can choose them back to back. I leave the swaps in there. So I am excited to start picking, but there are a lot of shows I want to watch coming up in this month of February. So it is Black History Month in February, so I definitely want to try to get a Black TV show on this list. There were a couple shows that came out at the end of last year, like Wednesday came out at the end of last year. I did not watch, so I'd like to maybe try to get that on, or that's something I want to see. There are a couple shows I started and didn't finish that I want to try to get into this upcoming year, so I'd love to do that in February. And of course, out of the shows that I did not watch last year that were on my watch list, I want to try to get some of those on. So yeah, there's a decent amount of shows I want to try and watch. Oh, and plus Valentine's Day is next month, so I'd love to get a romance on here. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to watch. A couple things I'm definitely trying to do this watch list year is watch more shows from Hulu. So by doing that, I think I'm going to start with every other month, try to get a show from Hulu on this. I think I'm going to do every other month and not every month, just to give me some more freedom. So every other month we're going to try to get a show from Hulu on my watch list. If you saw my like stats video, the first video I did this year, of everything I watched in 2022, and in there the percentage of Netflix to Hulu was very, very low. So I'm going to try to watch a lot more shows from Hulu. And I'm trying Paramount Plus this year, if I did mention it. So the goal is to watch at least 5 shows from Paramount Plus this year. For me, I feel like to give it a chance and to see if I like it and if I want to keep the streaming service. So we'll see how that works. Speaking of trying streaming service for a year, so I was supposed to try HBO Max for a year, and I was going to do the whole thing at the end of the year, seeing like how I felt, everything I watched, and I kind of just didn't. And okay, so I only watched a couple of shows from HBO Max, and I was supposed to watch 5. So I watched Love Life and The Flight Attendant, and I started Insecure, but I just never really got into it. And everything I was watching, so all these were like originals from that particular streaming platform, and everything I was watching I was not liking. I just didn't like anything I was watching on this streaming platform, which was kind of disappointing. I was really excited for that one. I thought that one I liked the most out of the ones I have tried so far, and I just didn't enjoy anything. So maybe it's me just watching things and trying things that I thought I'd be interested in, and I just wasn't. So it just might have been particular shows I was gravitating towards. But yeah, didn't love it. And there's other things that on HBO that I have watched, and I did like some things that aren't originals that are on there that I wanted to watch, but I just didn't enjoy my experience with HBO Max last year, so I decided to not continue with it. I think I do want to give it another chance in the future, so maybe try it again for another year and be more committed to trying five shows, but I just did not enjoy what I was watching. So unfortunately HBO Max was not for me at this point. I definitely want to go back to it because I watched movies on there and those are pretty good. I never really went to that streaming service and like to go watch something, but when I couldn't find anything on my other ones, I was like, let me see. So I did find like some movies and things I did like in the past I want to watch, so we'll see. I want to try it again, but it was just not for me for this year. So this year we're doing Paramount Plus. Yeah. Okay, enough with all the talking. Let's get into picking the shows I'm actually gonna watch this year. Okay, so here we go to picking the very first shows for the year of 2023. This one, like, shape it up as best as I can. Okay, let us go in here. Okay, this one, what is it? Okay. Watch a show with a POC cast. Yay! Great. So for my first pick, watch a show with a person of color, and I chose Equalizer from Paramount Plus. So I believe this is based off the movie The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. So this one, the main character, it's Queen Latifah, and I have been kind of interested in it when I saw commercials for it on TV. But now I didn't realize it was on Paramount Plus, so I'm gonna definitely give this show a watch, and it'd be great for Black History Month as well. So Robin McCall is a woman with a mysterious background, uses her extensive skills to help those with nowhere else to turn. McCall comes across to most as an average single mom who is quietly raising her teenage daughter. But to a trusted few, she is the Equalizer, an anonymous guardian angel and defender of the downtrodden, who's also dodged in her pursuit of personal redemption. Ooh, yes. We love a vigilante. I think she's a vigilante. I don't think she's like a cop or anything. I don't know. I don't really know anything about the show. I think I've seen the first Equalizer movie. I think I've seen one of them. I don't know which one it is. And I don't think he was a cop. I think he's like more of like a what is it called? Vigilante? Oh my goodness. But yeah, this actually premieres on CBS, and the first episode came out in February 7th, 2021. And I think it has 3 seasons now. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a watch. Okay, time for the second show. Okay, what is this one? Oh man. Watch a show based on a letter. Okay, so my next one was watch a show based on a letter. So I did the random letter generator and I got the letter U. And so for this one, I'll be doing Ugly Betty, which is on Hulu. So let's see what this one's about. Okay, so the series focuses on the life of a wannabe writer, Betty Suarez, a plain girl from Queens, New York, who is smart, hardworking, and savvy, but has a different sense of style. When publishing mogul Bradford Mead puts his son Daniel in charge of his Mode magazine, he hires Betty to be Daniel's new assistant, mostly because he knows that she may be the only woman in Manhattan with whom the younger man won't sleep with. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm interested in Ugly Betty. We're gonna be watching that. I had seen this, like, you know, premieres when I was younger. I never watched a single episode, but I've seen like commercials for it when I was younger. But I've never watched the show. I've always kind of been a little interested in it. So I'm excited to give it a watch this time around and see what it is like. And now the last show of the year. Oh, the month. Let's see, I'm touching so many. Which one? Let's try this one. What is this one? Watch a show from Hulu. Wow. Yes. And the next prompt was watch a show from Hulu. So yeah, I can't like double dip, so it can't be Ugly Betty again. So I am doing Reasonable Doubt. So I saw this come up on Hulu and seen commercials for this, and I am super excited because the way the trailer looked, it reminded me of a Scandal or like How to Get Away from Murder, and I love those two shows by Shonda Rhimes. But this is on Hulu. Let's see what it's about. Jack Stewart is known to be the most brilliant and fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the justice system at every chance she gets. She's judged for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until she's needed. Ooh, I love. Okay, so thank you to the picking the show, the prompts I got. So excited. Those I wanted to watch, something for Black History Month, and I need to get a show from Hulu. So great. So those will be the shows that I'm watching for the month of February. Let's see if I actually start the year off right and get to all these shows in this month. We will see. But let me know what you guys are going to be watching for the month of February. If you have any ideas for any other or different prompts that I should put in this, definitely let me know, and maybe I'll add them in next year. And as always, you guys can go follow me on all my social medias if you want. I'll link those below. You can also go check out more TV content in my website. In December it was Vlogmas, so I did 25 posts for 25 days. So if you need a lot more, you can go check that out. And also for that, I'm going to be trying, with this watch list, I'm going to be trying to watch the shows that didn't catch up on, watch shows that didn't finish, watch shows that weren't really watched. I have all those lists there, so feel free to go check those out. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, week, month, and year. And until next time, bye.